so beautiful. Where is it? Not knowing what to do. What do? You really can't. You don't know who it is. You don't know who it could be. But you do know for sure that you're a bitch. You're such a bitch. You're a fucking bitch. You piece of bitch. You piece of bitch. Todo. Hello, it's me, Mario. The fuck? Welcome to a game called The Raven Remastered. Now, unfortunately, I've seen gameplay of this, so I'm not gonna spoil anything, but let's just say that I know things. But let's just play. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it could be different because it's remastered, but I'm pretty sure it won't. You'll see at the end who it. I mean, no. Bum bum I'm just gonna wipe the memory from my brain. There we go. Did it. You're welcome.
The Raven's heir. Soon as one of us caught, another one takes his place. Hey, Harold, have you read this? Harold? 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 You hear me? This is no time for fun and games.
Oh.
We're on the same side.
What are you doing here? And where's Harold?
Harold? Well, there's another guard back there unconscious. That's probably him. The Eye of the Sphinx. Where is it?
There.
Oh, good. Then he hasn't got it yet.
You mean the Raven's heir?
Shh, turn it off. He's gonna steal the eye.
How do you know?
Doesn't matter. All that matters is that we catch him. Do you understand?
Yes, but
do you understand? You and me, mate. We'll be heroes. All right, now we just have to.
What?
Halt! Stop! You're under arrest!
The Raven.
Hands up! Hands up!
I don't have time to play. I'm on duty.
Yeah, piss off, dude.
You're funny, but you don't
Okay, you
look
don't
like
need
a
to be
real
fucking
one. You don't
cringe.
even have a revolver.
Oh yeah!
Disturbing a Swiss officer while he reads a crime novel is a very serious offense. I could arrest you.
But I have a pistol, and you don't.
And why do you need a gun?
It's the Raven. He was gunned down, so now I need a pistol.
Dead birds don't need guns. Nor do live ones.
You don't know who the Raven is, do you? He's the greatest burglar ever. He stole paintings from the Louvre, and those priceless eggs with gold and diamonds and stuff. And Bobby Dobbs says he replaced the crown jewels with rhinestones.
I know who the Raven was. Although, I don't quite buy that bit about the crown jewels. What's your name, boy?
My name is Matthew Miller.
And where?
From Dillsburg, but my mom, we're on our...
Because I
spent-
don't
Must be-
like talking
You-
to kids in the game.
2 days ago, they were...
Really?
Yep. That...
Or did he pull
Hello.
a gun on you?
No, monsieur.
Get a move on.
Inspector Legrand, it's a great honor to work with a celebrity like you.
We appreciate the support of the Swiss police, but it'd be better if you'd remain seated and keep an eye on things.
But, monsieur, surely I can be of assistance, somehow. I saw a safe being loaded.
We have everything under control. If you'll excuse me, I'll be in the first freight car at the back of the train for the rest of the trip.
I'm not
Okay.
here to enjoy the beautiful scenery. I am a good observer, and I have finally honed powers of deduction.
Thanks to that,
I watched the people on the platform in Zurich. I know, for example, that man over there is a violinist.
that would be more impressive if there weren't a violin case next to him.
And I believe that the jet in the next carriage is a German doctor on his way to Italy to take up a new position.
And what gives you that idea?
There's the rod of Asclepius engraved on his cufflink. And he's carrying a German-Italian dictionary.
Maybe he's just taking a holiday in Italy. Follow his footsteps.
Too much luggage. And no, he's not retiring to Italy either. The suitcases are too shabby for me to believe that he can afford to retire in his late 50s.
All right then, Constable...
Zellner.
Constable Zellner. If you're such a clever fellow, what am I doing on this train?
Oh.
I think you're guarding something.
Oh, really? And what might it be?
Could it possibly be a jewel that's making a long and perilous journey?
You're guessing. You can't possibly know what's inside.
Are you the Raven?
But if that were the case...
Then I'd ask you why the train wasn't Crawley's.
It's
a trap.
You've got a vivid imagination.
One sec.
I'll give you that. Well, that is impressive, I admit. But the fewer people involved, the better. We'll get along fine without you.
You won't.
Yeah,
Won't. Pardonnez-moi.
I can help. And I will help. You're in my country.
Yeah.
And I've been ordered to assist you. And that's exactly what I'll do, whether you like it or not.
Clever and stubborn. Your commitment speaks volumes, Zellner. But this is my show, and I don't need you. Bon voyage.
But how do you know?
Now, how do you? Oh,
Oh, hello.
You cheat.
go away! I don't care, bro. I don't like you.
Whether Legrand wants my help or not, I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I can change his mind.
car. Yeah.
This morning I thought I wouldn't be hungry because of all the excitement. Thankfully, I bought a sandwich with me anyway. I was so excited this morning that I couldn't eat anything. Needless to say, the second I got on the train, I was famished. Fortunately, I bought an apple. I was so excited that fortunately.
We have completed.
I wrapped the apple core in the sandwich paper. Still, I'd prefer not to have to carry them.
Ow! What? What am I doing?
The napkin came with the croissant I bought at the train station. The guilty. Every table has its own waste bin. All right.
Alright. My way. Really good. Oh yeah. Going to the bar.
Vicarage in We Swiss are crazy about trains. We don't just have a lot of railways. We have the most beautiful ones in the world.
Oh, I can open it. Sure, let's open the window. Perfect.
Would you be so kind as to close the window? I don't want to sit in the dark.
Oh, pardon me. The violinist, one can only hope that his violin is...
Oh.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Okay.
Are you traveling to Istanbul from stop?
No. Stop. I'll transfer in Venice to a ship. I'm on my way to Cairo.
Cairo?
I'm performing at the reception in the Egyptian Museum there.
I'm sure your recital will be a great success. But tell me, did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Anything unusual?
Persons acting suspiciously, for instance.
For heaven's sake, is that cause for concern?
Everything is in order, sir. We Swiss are just very cautious people.
I understand. No, I didn't notice anything.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
There could be many reasons. My money's on alcohol.
Very kind.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Oh, pardon me.
No problem. The uniform is waterproof.
Why would you just stand in front of him when you was
Professor
Technically,
Edgar Lucio.
Oh,
Okay.
a professor. Are you a scientist? Do you teach at the Sorbonne?
No, I work at the British Museum in London.
You don't say.
You don't say.
So you were, shall we say, an eyewitness to the burglary 2 days ago?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Oh no?
There was a lot of commotion, but I didn't really pay much attention to it.
There was a break-in in your museum, and it didn't concern you?
Well, let's just say that nothing that's happened in the last 2,000 years concerns me.
What? The famous Inspector Legrand is on this train. I imagine you know him.
No, should I?
You don't know him? You also don't know what he's doing here?
No. Well, why should I?
Just a thought. You're a relative of the British Museum. There's a guarded safe on the train.
I'm sorry. I don't know what you're trying to imply. And now, please excuse me.
No.
May I ask where you are going?
Of course. To Venice. I'm going to meet some colleagues there.
Oh, Venice. A beautiful city, so I'm told.
Indeed. But I really have to take my leave now.
Just one more thing.
No.
Did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Here. On the train. No.
Yeah.
I can't say that I have. Although I did spend most of the time in my compartment.
I don't want to
Okay,
take
goodbye.
up any more of you, but you do understand, don't you, that what concerns me is the present, and especially the robbery at the museum.
Yeah, of course, of course. It's just... I'm in rather a hurry.
You'll get in touch if you notice anything unusual, won't you, Professor?
Of course, Constable. What's this?
What's the matter, sir?
The door. I can't open it.
We'll sort it out somehow. The compartment is locked.
But I didn't lock it. I don't even have a key. I asked the steward. He was going to bring me one, but he never came back.
Someone locked it.
Find the steward. He needs to bring me the key immediately.
Calm down, Professor. I'll see what I can do.
You don't understand. I have to get back in my compartment.
All right, just wait here. Perhaps a thought.
I see, dude.
The little label on the door reads Baroness von Trebitz. Blue blood on the Orient Express.
Yes, what is it? Whoever that is, James, ask them whether they found my purse and then closed the door. The noise on this train is driving me crazy.
You're missing a purse. Was it stolen?
At very least, I cannot find it, sir. It was stolen.
When was the last time the Baroness saw her purse?
What? In Zurich, on the platform, sir.
I just asked where you last saw your purse.
In Zurich, on the platform. James, tell him that I still had it when I got out to stretch my legs.
The Baroness says...
Maybe you lost it there.
What?
The Baroness never loses anything, sir.
I never lose anything.
Very well then. I shall be on the lookout for your purse. If I might ask you a few questions about your fellow passengers.
I thought he was looking for my purse. James, tell him to look for my purse.
The Baroness wishes that you search for her purse.
But couldn't we perhaps... All right. First, the purse. I will have a look around.
Thank you, sir.
The mystery is afoot. I don't know why it's afoot. But
I don't believe it.
it's not a hand. Or,
I never
mouth.
thought I'd ever meet you.
Pardon me, but we'd prefer...
Oh, simp.
It's all right, Miss Miller.
I'd like to speak to the inspector.
Unfortunately, just a constable, Lady Westmacott. I'm reading The Vicarage in the Mirror right now, for the 5th time at least.
That's nice, Constable.
Zellner. Anton Jakob Zellner.
This is my companion, Miss Miller.
A pleasure. May I ask what you're doing here? Are you on holiday?
Holiday? Yes, so to speak. The first and last holiday of my life.
Madam?
I've been writing since I was a little girl. It became my job, and now I've stopped. So, this must be a holiday.
You quit writing? Impossible. I have all of your books. Your Detective Spatu is my favorite character.
Then I have bad news for you. I killed the old wretch off years ago.
I don't understand.
I'd rather not discuss my work, Constable.
Well, fine. Are you traveling to Istanbul, Lady Westmacott?
No, we are on our way to Venice. From there, we will take a ship to Cairo. As you may know, I have a penchant for archaeology. I fund a few excavations in Egypt. I traveled to Egypt by ship as a young woman. And now I'm doing it again as an old woman.
I see. As a writer, you must be very observant. Am I right? I mean, you have to study the behavior of people around you to create the characters in your novels, don't you?
I solved the mystery of human nature a long time ago, Mr. Zellner. Since then, most people just bore me.
Really? I had the impression you were eyeing me suspiciously as I came in.
What do you want to know, Constable?
Did you notice the man who just walked into the next carriage with a cup of tea?
I did. He seemed nervous. He was waiting at the bar for the steward, and since the steward never appeared, he elected to help himself. He took 2 biscuits.
He seems pretty young, but
Oh
he's
my God.
already a professor at the British Museum.
2 biscuits? What the fuck?
I'll have to talk to him later.
Jesus, should
Just
never do
out of
that.
courtesy, of course.
That is
Of course.
so illegal.
Did you notice the blonde man with the violin case?
I certainly did. He introduced himself and tried to make a good impression. People like him are drawn to wealth and fame, like moths to a flame.
But his charms failed on you.
I know him by name. David Kreutzer. He was a drain on my friend's purse.
Do you think he has a money problem?
People like him always have a money problem. No matter how much you give them, they always spend twice as much and complain that they have far too little.
There's something else. A passenger's purse has gone missing. I suppose you haven't seen it.
I'm sorry, Constable Zellner. As you know, I only deal with murder, not burglary.
Have you asked my boy yet? Maddie is good at finding things.
I'll go and do that now. Coming back to the other passengers again, did you notice anyone else? What about the doctor or the Baroness?
I notice that you've asked me about everyone, except for the inspector who went in the direction of the freight car a few minutes ago. Isn't that the Frenchman who made his name when he caught the Raven?
I wouldn't quite say caught.
Well, shot.
Caught.
Why don't you ask me about him and my theory about what he's doing here?
I don't think we should discuss Inspector Legrand's investigation in public.
Legrand, right. That was his name. Will he save the day again? Or will you, Constable?
As much as I'd like to keep talking,
I will.
Duty calls.
You were right.
Madam?
I did observe you as you came in. You seemed so eager.
It's been a long time since I've had a chance to prove myself, madam.
And this is it. Your chance.
I do hope so.
Then grab it. Even small people can make big changes, as my friend Ronald likes to say.
I shall do my best.
I wonder what the Ravens. And also what the Raven is doing as well. I wonder what the Ravens do.
I've loved them since I was a child. Their only drawback,
Drink up.
they don't play nice with false teeth. Maybe if I just suck it.
Ew, suck it. Take it and leave. Pills, take your pills, bro.
suppose the steward won't object to me having a look around in his absence. I won't eat any just now. The steward writes orders. Empty. Maybe he didn't use it because there's not much to do today. I don't need the pad, but the pencil might come in handy.
Pencil. Aha.
The steward probably uses the scissors on hard-to-open packages. These days, nearly everything is sealed up tight. A colleague recently told me about dried powdered soup in small bags. I couldn't believe it. A shortwave radio. It's amazing how small these things have become in the last 10 years. Perhaps he keeps the compartment keys in there. Locked. The drawer is locked.
Mr.
Zen.
Right. How can I help you?
Tell me, did you notice anything suspicious here on the train or in Zurich?
You mean, except for the fact that my suitcase was stolen on the platform? No. Is there any reason to be concerned?
No, just routine.
Constable Zellner, please don't think I'm naive. I spotted the inspector for Le Garde is his name, if I recall correctly.
Le Grand.
If you say so. At the train station in Zurich, he put a cash box into the safe, and then kept close watch as it was loaded onto the train. Don't tell me that a man at his pay grade routinely tramps across the Alps just to keep an eye on cash boxes.
A cash box? Like the ones you'd find in safe deposit boxes?
Precisely. And I believe we both had a good idea just what's inside.
I do indeed have a theory, but what's yours?
A ruby was stolen in London. One of the legendary Eyes of the Sphinx. The second jewel, an emerald, is rumored to be in a Swiss bank vault, if I remember correctly. Both jewels were supposed to be exhibited together in Cairo for the first time in 50 years. It does make one wonder.
Indeed. Any news about the robbery in London?
Quite something, wasn't it? It must have been professional. The way they disabled one of the best security systems in the world. Most impressive.
People were injured.
Well, one cannot execute a robbery of that scale without collateral damage. It seems like the Raven has finally found a worthy successor. We can look forward to new and spectacular things.
I'm afraid I won't enjoy his exploits this time around if the new Raven is so reckless.
That's your prerogative.
May I borrow your newspaper?
You can take the section with the article on the burglary. You're interested in that bit, aren't you?
You caught me out.
Here you go.
Dankeschön. There's something else. You know...
So am I now. I have stolen the
I'd like
newspaper.
to know that myself. I told him to search for my missing suitcase in Zurich. He hasn't got back to me yet. He's probably in cahoots with the thieves. And didn't bother getting back on the train. If we don't crack down on vermin like them, the rabble will rule the world one day.
Well, at the moment, we still don't know what really happened.
He is not here doing his job. That's bad enough.
I meant to ask, the Baroness is missing her purse.
A Baroness? This train is really full of the creme de la creme. The Queen of Crime is over there, and now a Baroness as well.
Have you seen the purse?
Unfortunately, no. Do you know Lady Westmacott? You were talking to her?
Well, I'm an admirer of her work.
Like so many others. I once read in the newspaper that only Shakespeare and the Bible sell more copies than her crime novels.
I read that too.
She must be filthy rich. As a doctor, I'd have to work 1,000 years to earn that kind of money.
Auf Wiedersehen, Dr. Gebhardt.
Goodbye, Constable. It was a pleasant chat, really.
With a padlock. I suppose it contains tools for the train's crew, maybe for coupling and uncoupling the cars. At any rate, it's positioned so that it's easier to reach from the ground than from up here. Locked.
Bang, bang! Don't move!
Oh, go away, kid.
I go. The ladder leads up all these the wind, tunnels. No, I'll stay down here. I strongly suspect that the door is locked. No, it's open.
No, it's open. Oh my god. Wow.
Hello? Wow.
Don't move a muscle, you feathered fiend.
Put the gun down, Robert. If I may introduce...
Yeah, it's just a
Constable
detective.
Robert Oliver from the Yard. This is the revered Constable Zell of the Swiss police, who obviously couldn't control his curiosity.
Then I was right. You really do want to lure someone into a trap.
That's none of your business.
Perhaps that someone recently struck in London.
How would I bait my trap then?
With an eye? An eye on its way from Zurich to Cairo?
Someone has done his homework. Well done, Constable.
I hope you'll acknowledge that I, as a Swiss policeman, can undertake investigations in my own country.
Are we still in Switzerland?
I could be your eyes on the train, as long as you're here in the freight car.
Oh.
There is a certain
why not?
Professor Lucien on the train. He's an archaeologist from London.
And what's his story?
Well, it seems someone locked him out of his compartment.
Locked him out?
Well, yes. The door is locked and he's standing outside without a key.
Was it locked from inside?
It may have been. Do you think the locked door could be important?
Professor Lucien plays an important role in this story. Well then, Constable Zellner, be my eyes and ears on the train and see that Professor Lucien gets back into his compartment. Report back to me when you're through.
My pleasure, monsieur. And then there's the Baroness. She's missing her purse.
Baroness von Trebitz. Interesting.
Indeed, sir.
But it has nothing to do with our case.
So I shouldn't concern myself with the matter.
Why not? It's your job as a policeman. But don't expect me to be particularly interested in a
Well, am I
lost
really
case.
supposed to?
What do you know of this Raven's heir?
He tried to blow me up.
Rob, we don't know who we're dealing with yet.
In any event, the new Raven is a more dangerous man than the old one.
How do you know it's a man? Could just as easily be a woman.
Or several men.
And anyway, how do you know that it's a new Raven?
Monsieur?
Never mind.
I'll go attend to the door now.
Good. And, Constable
Yeah,
Zellner,
how do you know?
Yes.
don't bother us unless you have something new to report.
Of course. A thief might get anxious if there's too much activity in the freight car.
Exactement. Knock twice. Then we'll know that it's you.
Understood. An investigation on behalf of a man that takes me one step closer. If I can convince him of my competence, I might even be able to see this case through to the end. Matt will get his pistol back. Matt will get his pistol back in Venice.
That's cool.
I made the acquaintance.
Oh, Constable?
Yes, ma'am.
My son didn't make any trouble for you, I hope. It's just that he just walked past us, silenced and seething. That's usually a sign that someone's laid down the law.
I'm afraid so. He played a trick on me, a rather dangerous one. The lad left me no choice but to take away his wooden pistol as a punishment.
I understand. And thank you. Maddie is a very lively child. Sometimes he needs a strong fatherly hand.
Where is Matt's father, if I may ask?
He died.
He's gone.
Ah, I understand.
Could you, leave Maddie's pistol here, perhaps? So you don't have to bother with it?
I would have guessed that.
I told him he wouldn't get it back until Venice.
Here we go.
Very well. Thank you again, Constable.
Mrs. Miller made a good impression. She wanted to protect Lady Westmacott from me, a pushy admirer.
Why are you talking so loud
Very
near her?
diligent.
She can probably
But
hear
She
you.
does seem a little nervous and tense. I imagine she has her work cut out for her with Matt, and a difficult boss, from what they say. Mrs. Miller?
Yes?
Did you notice anything unusual on the train?
Oh, I'm afraid not. I was totally focused on my work.
She's always got an awful lot to do, my Mary.
You have to tell me if that's not all right with you.
Good Lord, child. Knit as much as you want.
So, nothing out of the ordinary.
No, Constable.
Goodbye, Mrs. Miller.
Goodbye, Constable.
Yeah, you're worthless. No purse.
Pills for my heart. I'm supposed to take one if I have trouble. My daughter insisted that I take that with me. She was strongly against this little adventure, but I wasn't about to change my mind.
Okay. Ah, my ear. This mic is the worst.
If I may try... A passenger is missing her purse. Perhaps you've seen it.
So, there are thieves on the train.
It's been missing for some time now. Probably since Zurich.
The Swiss don't let go of money easily, do they? Oh, pardon me. No, I haven't seen the purse.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Have a good trip, bro. No, I'm not gonna talk to Matt. He can go for himself.
The large map shows the different routes of the Orient Express. This train began in Paris and ends in Istanbul, as usual. Unfortunately, it will make most of its journey without me. This is the first car. The coal tender should be directly beyond this door, and in front of it, the engine.
Go on. Open it. Open it! Now! Why? Hello.
The calming herbal liqueur for women. A glass a day. It relaxes the nerves and maintains domestic tranquility. Luna's Drops, if you don't want to bother your husband. A story about the upcoming Oscars and Cleopatra's chances of winning. An incredible feat. They built the largest movie set of all time in Rome. And because of the main actress's many illnesses, several changes of director, and months of delays, cost shot to over $40 million. The most expensive movie ever made. A record never to be broken. John Surtees won the Formula One World Championship for the first time on Saturday. He also won the World Championship in motorcycle racing from 1956 to 1960, making him the only man in motorsports to win world championships in both motorcycle and Formula One events. Not really my cup of tea. Too loud, too fast, too much exhaust.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any news. Blah, 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 blah. Eye of the Sphinx, one of two priceless jewels, extraordinary pure ruby, 2000 BC, etc., etc. Old news. And here, shocking burglary. Professional thieves surprised by museum guard Charles Langley and Constable Robert Oliver of Scotland Yard. Explosion. Constable Robert Oliver from Scotland Yard. He was there when the first eye was stolen. Now he's guarding the second one.
Oh my god. I read enough.
Should I ask for an autograph? That would be quite unprofessional. But on the other hand... I don't know.
Alright, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. God, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. Jesus. Oh well. Okay. Hope you enjoyed that. And yeah, as always. What did I do? Oh no. Why is it taking so long? Alright. As always, guys. Yes. Okay. Goodbye.